What's going on, everybody? Emperor Gaming here, and today I have an anime recommendation video for you guys, because why not? So the anime today I want to recommend to you is OnePunch Man. Now OnePunch Man, the anime just started. Oh, it didn't start, but it's been about nine weeks since it's come out, and in those 9 weeks it's become one of my most favorite anime to watch. Okay, so let's start off with the story. The story itself is not somewhat serious. It kind of plays on what anime, or what people conceive anime to be, which is a super powered up monster with that's huge, built, he's just big and he's just powerful. And our main hero is not serious. In fact, he's parroting every other hero. So he's super powerful, and that's why they call him the One Punch Man, because he can just one punch everybody. And because of this concept, you see the other heroes in the show not be so they're strong, but then in comparison, so they try their hardest to win a fight, and then the One Punch Man comes in, or Saitama, who is the One Punch Man, he comes in and obviously, one punches the enemy. And because of this creates what is kind of the plot of the story. He's trying to look for a fight or an opponent that can make him fight seriously, to his 100% capabilities, because he spent 3 years training so much that he went bald. But I'll get to that when I get to characters. Next is how in the story itself, it's all comedy basically. Even the fights themselves, they're not taken they are taken seriously, but at the same time you can feel as if the fight itself or what's going on within the action, the writers they make it funny, because through the use of time jokes, or how the action itself is funny, like the guy getting punched straight in the nuts just by the One Punch Man. He's not gonna have babies no more. And the story itself, it doesn't, and because of this, it's a unique kind of story concept. It reminds me a tiny bit of what Gintama does, in the fact it's kind of like a parody, which I like. But I won't want to spoil too much of the story. What I like to talk about in this kind of series is the characters. Now, the main character is Saitama, also known as the One Punch Man. What I like about his character is he keeps a completely neutral face. His face is the most neutral you'll ever see. It's an egg. So if you got an egg and you put eyes on it and a mouth, that's what it is. And he's bald, obviously, as I said before, but that's not the point here. It's the point that his character is the strongest in the whole series so far, and even in the manga, that it's hard to explain, but it's like he's so powerful that he's not at the same time. So he's super powerful, but he doesn't look it. He's the most neutral guy you'll ever see. And his costume design, I like it. The yellow, he's got a yellow kind of suit with red gloves and a cape, which look badass. However, that's not the main part about his character. I like his personality. He tries to take a fight seriously, but the moment he does, it's game. You're screwed. You just gotta run. Alright? You just gotta run. However, the next character I want to get to is Genos, his disciple. Genos is a cyborg, right? And at the start of the series, he was one of the most, when I first got to see him, he was serious. He was one of the most serious characters I've seen. He's one of the most serious kind of characters in the show, which contrasts with Saitama being super not serious. So there's this contrast, and his obsession with his master is what creates all these memes on the internet you see at the moment and everything. And it's what makes the series go further, because Genos is ranked S in terms of the hero ranking, and Saitama is only ranked B. So because of this, he's supposed to be his disciple. However, he's in a way higher ranked, but this doesn't really matter, because Genos knows that he's not strong enough at the moment. That's why he's come to Saitama for training, which he hasn't received any proper training at the moment. So yeah, and this part of his character is what I really like. The fact that even though he's cyborg, he's superhuman, he takes some of the most brutal injuries I've seen in probably some anime. Because in most anime I've seen, the injury levels, just a few cuts and bruises, some with gore, they're just bleeding out. But his injuries look legit. Like you can see bone, you can see how the cyborg parts and the human parts are all together. That's the part of his character that makes him unique. Like, he's human, but at the same time he's not. So he still has that human in him, but he knows that he isn't human. He is cyborg. So that's what makes him cool. And lastly, I want to get onto is the overall, so the music and all the miscellaneous stuff. The soundtrack for the series is amazing. The theme song is amazing. It's one of the catchiest theme songs you can hear, and the animations for the theme song fit really well to what the series is. You have the threat levels at the start, you have him fighting enemies in the middle, and then you have all the side or secondary characters come in towards the end, and you have Genos in there as well doing what he does best. And the soundtrack during the fights is really good, because the way that the sound, it's hard to explain as well, but for me, the sound itself it complements the series. So you have the intense rock music playing when you have like Genos or any of the other heroes fighting, or when you have Saitama come in and the enemies beating him up. The music fits in because Saitama wants to hit him, but he knows he'll just probably one-punch him again. So he's taking all the injury. It looks like he's gonna lose, but then the music plays in, and usually when the music gets to the bridge or the chorus again, that's when the fight ends and the song ends and the fight ends. So this is a common trope in anime when they start playing a soundtrack, and when it ends, the fight either ends or a climactic moment happens, or there's a turning point within the fight itself. So these are just a few of the things about One Punch Man I like, and a reason why I recommend it as well. It's people that don't like anime and people that like anime. It's something that they both can like, because on one hand, it's parodying everything and showing, like making fun of things that people don't like about anime, but at the same time, it's showing all the good things about anime, like how fights are funny, or fights don't always have to be serious, and when it needs to get serious, it does. Like, I've read the manga, or been caught up to it, at least, and if the way that it's been, if you see like the manga and then you see how it gets animated, you can actually see how people that do like anime and manga, that how it all goes together. So that's what I like about One Punch Man. So, and it's another reason I recommend it. It's like, if you've never seen an anime before and you want to see one, or you don't like anime but you want to see like what's wrong with it, like you can't judge it because you haven't seen it. So this is something I say you should watch, and this is why I recommend One Punch Man. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all those good things, and tune in next week where I'll be recommending to you another anime.